BabyYumYummers, and thank you for joining us. And welcome to a conversation where we celebrate creativity, family connections, and the stories that bring us all together. For generations, the Looney Tunes have been sharing their shenanigans with us, and now the Tiny Toons Looniversity is keeping the energy going with their fun adventures. And season 2 is available on Cartoon Network, DStv Channel 301 from 17 November 2025. And today we have the amazing honor of learning more from David Errigo, who counts himself very lucky to be doing what he wants. David, thanks so much for joining us. I'm sitting in
That's right, I'm the
Johannesburg.
luckiest duck in the world.
I'm
And
sitting in
the pig.
Oh, that's awesome. And I feel like I actually have I can't actually put it in words how exciting this is to meet the person behind the voice. I'm in Johannesburg. Where are you talking to us from?
I am talking to you from fabulous Burbank, California. I actually
Fantastic.
live right next to the Warner Brothers lot.
Oh, fantastic. I
Yeah.
mean, that all sounds just picture perfect. So before we get into the Tiny Tunes and their energetic shenanigans, I'm curious to learn more about, the voice acting and so forth. So, what inspired you to become a voiceover artist and how did you get into the industry?
Oh, well, I was in New York trying to do musical theater. I wanted to be on Broadway. That's what I thought I was going to do with my life. And Lin-Manuel Miranda, if you're out there, I still want to play the king in Hamilton. Um, I don't know why he'd be in Joburg, but
You never know,
Um, but I had a manager at that time, and he got me a meeting with an on-camera commercial agent. And I wound up talking to this guy about having done a production of a show called Avenue Q, which is basically Sesame Street for adults. And I
Okay.
had to do a lot of different voices for that show and puppeteer. Um, and after I finished my conversation with the on-camera commercial agent, he sort of like took me by the shoulders, walked me across the office, sat me down in front of another guy named Matt, and went, "You two, talk." And Matt happened to be a voiceover agent, and I just got so tickled by the idea that I could try this. I was like, "Oh wait, you are gonna let me try to do this without being an on-camera celebrity or a Broadway star?" And all I can imagine Matt was thinking was like, "Dude, it's fast food commercials. It's not that deep." But it was that deep for me. Like I spent the next year and a half, 2 years studying the specific craft of voiceover. I mean, I devoured books and podcasts. Rob Paulson's podcast, Talkin' Tunes, was my unofficial cartoon university. I would run by the Hudson and listen to an episode, and I mean, Rob from tons and tons and tons of cartoons, like Yakko Warner in the Animaniacs, and
Yes.
he was Foulmouth on the original run of Tiny Toons, and Arnold
Okay.
the Pitbull on the original Tiny Toons. So I was, thrilled to pick up those shoes for our show, because I voice Arnold in this iteration of the show. But yeah,
And
that was the really long-winded answer to your question.
but it's good and it's inspiring because I mean when someone listens to this and we've got some aspiring young people or I mean there is no age limit here, right?
Sure.
You never know when it can happen, but you did put in the work. And it resonates because when I spoke to co-executive producer Erin Gibson of Tiny Toons Looniversity, she really praised the artists who make these characters come to life and
Mm.
how you contribute to the show in a way that we can't actually imagine. And the final product of the show is always so incredible, but behind the scenes, there's so many people involved. And
Oh
she
man,
said, yeah.
it's such a total team sport, right? Like I don't get to do what I do without the writer putting it on the page, without the character designer making sure that everything looks fantastic, without the storyboard artist getting the gags in place, without the producers having everything fall in line. I mean, we've got Melissa and Allison on the line here too. Without folks who make sure that we're letting people know, without you, like all of this is such a collaborative thing.
Yeah,
It is not lost on me how much of a team sport it is, and how integral every piece of the machine is.
definitely. And I mean, while you are part of the machine, part of the puzzle, how do you prepare your voice and mindset before you step into the recording booth, especially when we'll talk about the characters in a moment, um, especially because you need to think of so many different characters.
Yeah, for me, most of my prep work is just reading the script ahead of time. Because that gives me the familiarity of the overview of the arc of the episode, and what are the characters going to have to um deal with on a specific day. um and then it's a lot of gut instinct in the booth,
Mm, mm.
because we do an ABC take, right? You read the line once, you read the line again, you read the line a third time. And my goal is always to give three wildly different but
Okay.
perfectly viable options. If I can make the director on the other side of the glass go, I, I don't know which one to choose. um,
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
awesome.
like I have done my job, because then I know that they have options.
Yeah.
Um, and with a show like Tiny Toons in particular, I sort of had this unwritten rule in my brain of the A take and the B take are going to be as scripted. And then if my brain wants to offer up some sort of other text,
Mm,
that is relegated to the C take. So C was where I did a lot of improvisation. I have no idea how much of it got kept.
okay.
Uh, because I don't remember what was written and what was made up on the spot.
Yes.
But I think a couple of things snuck through. I think most of what was taken obviously is going to be what's written, because we have brilliant writers. But every now and then I think I had a winning plus, as you call it, to play around with those. But yeah, a lot of it is just making sure that I'm educated about the universe, educated about the episode, and then seeing what moves me on the day.
And I think that's what Erin speaks about, the fact that you bring your brilliance and your experience to it. And now, David, class is back in session on Cartoon Network with the
Yes.
Tiny Toons Looniversity Season 2. And I've got so many questions, and I don't want our time to run out before I ask you
Mhm.
a favor. I want to learn all about the characters, the voices that you are, managing behind the scenes and
Uh-huh.
acting. But please, before our time runs out, could you share a message? And maybe the message could be about the lessons that they can look forward to learning and discussing with their children, because we call our community the BabyYumYummers. And
Mm,
I mean, it's such an important way for them to have conversations about friendships and all the other things that you can tell us about when they
sure.
watch this with their kids.
You know, I think there's there's constantly a lesson to be learned from Plucky about how you might not want to carry yourself in society.
Yes.
Um, I'm a very confident duck, and I think everyone should just bow to me all the time and listen to what I want. Um, and that's not always the best way to navigate the world, right? Like, there are times when we should absolutely advocate for ourselves and try and get what we want out of a situation. But as the saying goes, you get a lot more flies, catch a lot more flies with honey than you do vinegar.
Yeah.
Um, so Plucky, while not being a total jerk, I think he could get a little more of what he wants out of the world if he knew a little bit kinder default approach. And then on sort of the opposite side of things, you can talk about how
Hampton J. Pig, who's a real sweetheart, he's a little more shy and demure sometimes.
um and I think converse or the inverse of Plucky is that Hampton could stand to be a little more assertive sometimes and just stand up for himself and really be the great, sweet, smart pig that we all know him to be. Um, so I think those are definitely some easy on ramp conversations for families to have. Is like, oh, if you were in this situation, what would you maybe do? Or I wouldn't necessarily talk to people like that. If you want something, you might have more success going this other direction. Um, Teamwork, comes up for sure with these episodes. Folks working together and being in pursuit of common goals. Um, yeah, there's always a fun arc to the episodes. So I'm not going to spoil anything, but I think the broad strokes are about how to navigate the world and how to become your best self. Can definitely be discussed around these characters in this show.
Excellent, thank you. And it really is so wonderful to help parents to find a way to identify with a character that we all fall in love with, and that,
Yep.
children can then say, but I'm having a moment like that specific character, and
Hmm.
then almost be able to translate what they are feeling. So, David,
Right.
is there anything final that you would like to say to the baby yum yummers in your favorite voice? Well, you probably can't have favorites, right? But one of
Well,
them.
you can't pick a favorite child, Rianette. That's
No.
that's just not allowed.
No.
But if there's anybody who wants to speak up, it's definitely Plucky. And really, baby yum yums, I hope you have a stellar time watching season 2 of Tiny Toons Looniversity. And that's all, folks.
Fantastic. Thank you. We appreciate your time, David. Keep on just shining a bright light, having fun, because that's obviously what you're doing, having loads of fun and enjoying life to the full. Because
Yes.
I think we all, if everyone can say they do what they love, then the world is definitely a better place. So keep on doing that and inspiring all of us.
You bet. I will.
Thank you. And please visit South Africa soon.
Oh, I'd love to. My future brother-in-law is from there. And
Oh,
so, maybe we'll all take a big family trip.
oh, you should. You should definitely. And I'm sure you're gonna love it. You're absolutely gonna love it. And yeah, we appreciate your time so, so much.
Of course.
Okay, pleasure. Bye.
Bye-bye.